I know, I don't match, but I gotta support the Timberwolves on opening day. So why don't we talk about the Bills? Let's get this out of the way. I was wrong on multiple occasions. I didn't think that Tennessee would beat Buffalo. Apparently they have their number. And I also didn't think Derrick Henry was gonna have a big game. Well, 140 yards and 3 touchdowns, depending on your standard, that's a pretty big game. So I was wrong on that, and it stung really bad. Look, it was a great game, and that's nice to see. I just don't know what happened. Literally, Buffalo was manhandling the Titans until Derrick Henry broke out on that one big run, and then everything changed. Buffalo stayed in there. They put up offense, but their defense was nowhere near where they were. They were so focused and determined to stop Derrick Henry that they were leaving holes open for A.J. Brown to just shred us. And then at the end of the game, you of course have the controversial decision where Buffalo could have kicked it to go to overtime, but instead they chose to go for it on 4th and 1 where they didn't get it, losing them the game. Okay, look, I'm mad at the results to that play, but I'm not mad at the decision. Like Sean said, I would trust Josh 10 out of 10 times in that situation. Just so happened to be that it didn't work. The Bills lost. It stings, but in a way, almost I think it's good. It's good in the sense that lessons were learned. And when I say lessons, I want to put the plural on that because there was multiple. Hats off to Tennessee. Good game. I hope you guys can do the same to the Chiefs. Alright, what is going on guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's Wednesday, so I'm sure you can tell already what we're going to do. We are going to do my Week 7 NFL predictions. Last week I kind of had a fallback. I went down to 9-5, which isn't necessarily bad, but compared to what I had been doing, it wasn't nearly as good. However, my final record at the year sits at 62-32. I'm not going to be mad about 30 points above 500, so let's try and keep it up. Real quick before we hop into it, head over to gfuel.com, use code Wyatt'sWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. Alright, so starting off with Thursday Night Football, we have the Denver Broncos visiting the Cleveland Browns. Look, I'm not really sure what's going on with the Browns. I don't think they're going to have Baker. I don't think they're going to have Kareem. They might not have Nick Chubb. They're not going to have Jarvis. Their offense is hurting, and it is hurting bad. Now, if Baker toughs it out, I'll feel a lot more confident about this pick. But even with pretty much their entire offensive unit out, shockingly, I'm still picking Cleveland to win this game. For one, they need to bounce back. For two, I don't think the Broncos are good. I will say that every single week. They were frauds. And for three, Myles Garrett is going to take care of Teddy Bridgewater. You don't have to worry about that. I don't expect this game to be high scoring because I think Cleveland's going to be contained with a lack of weapons. So I'm going to remain low, but I got the Browns still beating the Broncos 20-14. Up next to our first Sunday game, which I don't think is in London. I think they only had those 2 terrible horseshit games. Anyway, our next game is the Washington football team visiting Green Bay. Washington's done for the year, unfortunately. Like I said it, they could be a wild card team, and I still think they actually could if they really tried. But as a unit and as an organization, man, I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with anyone long enough to be a serious threat. And I know I was wrong. I thought they were going to be great. I thought they were going to be Dallas. But their offense is not producing like it should be, and no secret, their defense is just straight up shit. They're not going to stop Green Bay. It'd be great if they could because the Vikings would be right on their ass. I said the Bears game would be close for a half, and I might have actually been pretty decent on that. This one I'm expecting to be an ass kicking from front to finish. Washington might score a garbage time touchdown, but Green Bay is going to manhandle them 28-17. Up next, we got probably the best game of the week. That is the Kansas City Chiefs visiting the Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry might get 500 rushing yards. I don't know what to expect here. Man, I really hope the Titans win because obviously if they can beat Buffalo, they can beat Kansas City. But I feel like this is going to be the turning point in the season where Kansas City starts to make up some ground. Also, Julio Jones is out with the hamstring, shocker. So he's probably going to miss another 2-3 weeks, leaving just A.J. Brown and Derrick Henry. I'm expecting high drama and a high score, but the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna squeak away with the win 34-31. Serious Derrick Henry prediction though, I'm gonna guess he's gonna rush for 180 and 3 touchdowns. I'm not even fucking kidding you. That man is hungry, and as of this moment, if the season ended today, this could be just me, I think he's the obvious MVP. Prove me wrong, Titans. Bounce back again. Alright, up next we have possibly the worst game of the week, and that is Atlanta going into Miami. Jesus fuck, man. The Dolphins, I just want to laugh. I want to point and I want to laugh. They were supposed to be a threat. They were supposed to be competing with New England and Buffalo. And don't say you lost because you didn't have Howard or Jones. It doesn't matter. You guys have been dog shit since week 1. I'm sitting in a division with the Jets, and I think Miami is the bigger circus. Anyway, I'll give it to Atlanta. I guess they'll win 24-16. Both teams can score. I think Atlanta's going to score more, obviously. And I'll go out on a limb here. If Miami gets blown out or Tua doesn't do something substantial, Deshaun Watson trades are going to start circulating at a rapid pace. Tua started out good against the Jags, but he ended that game like Nathan Peterman. Up next, we got another doozy. The Jets going into New England. This is gonna suck. Like, this game is just going to suck. It is going to be boring. Zach Wilson threw 4 picks against the Patriots at home last time they played each other. How the fuck is he gonna do better in New England? Belichick's gonna bully the Jets. That's what's gonna happen for 3.5 hours. Zach Wilson's probably gonna throw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 8 interceptions. Everybody in the crowd will be sleeping or on their way home by halftime, and the announcers are gonna apologize to the general public because we're seeing an assault on live television. Seriously, like, I think this game is pointless. New England 21-7, not even fucking close. Moving on, we got Carolina versus the Giants, and the Giants suck. I like Kadarius Toney. That's the only good thing I can say about New York. Otherwise, I hate every aspect of that team, and I say that in every video. I know they're hurt. I know Daniel Jones doesn't have any weapons. Doesn't make up for his horseshit throws, though. He's not a good quarterback. And as a whole, right now, that organization just stinks. It reeks. They could have a chance to win every week. Like I said, they probably do, but I'm never ever gonna pick them. Now, this isn't as much of a sure shit blowout as last week was versus the Rams, but Carolina's gonna pull away heavily at the end of this one as well. The Panthers will win 26-10. Still a blowout, just not as significant. Alright, up next is the only other game that I might be a little teensy-beensy interested in. The Bengals are going into Baltimore. If this wasn't in Baltimore, I would probably be able to pick Cincinnati because I do think Cincinnati can compete with Baltimore, and I think they will compete. But the way Lamar has been playing and the way Baltimore has been playing, Baltimore kind of actually picked up for Lamar this last week. But they looked absolutely incredible. Fucking destroyed the Chargers, 34-6. Bro, come on. Like, you cannot expect them to come off a win like that and then let the Bengals walk into their own house and then beat them. No. I hope I'm wrong on this one, but I got the Ravens winning this game 30-24. I think Burrow's going to play very, very well, and I think all the receivers are going to be involved, including Tyler Boyd. I'm not kidding, all 3 of them. And I'm expecting this game to look a lot like the Bills-Titans did, where it's just back and forth. But at the end, I know it, the Ravens are going to do what the Ravens do best, or I should say Lamar is going to do what Lamar does best. He's going to take control of that game, and they're going to start shooting plays out that we've never seen before. And when that happens, well, there's nothing else you can do besides sit there and watch. I still think Baltimore is far off from being the best team in the league. They are missing a lot of things, but I can't give them enough credit for how good they're doing with how much they're missing. Next game, we got Philadelphia going into Vegas. Another game I was horribly wrong on. I thought Vegas was going to need a lot of time to adapt. Honest to God, I think they look better without John Gruden. Obviously, it's been 1 week. I don't want to exaggerate too much. That was a little bit of a joke. But all jokes aside, I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick Vegas here because I think anybody's good enough to beat the Eagles. They did hang in there against Tampa Bay, but I also half blame Tampa Bay for allowing them to make it a game at the end. And much like I said last week too, the Eagles' run D is fucking horrible, which got them in trouble with Leonard Fournette. It's probably going to get them in trouble with Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake. I don't think it'll be high scoring. I think Jalen Hurts will probably struggle a little bit because he's been seemingly struggling all season long. Besides week 1, I got the Vegas Raiders winning 20-17. However, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not comfortable picking the Raiders. I haven't been for like 4 weeks. They're good, but they're just not like they were in weeks 1 and 2. Something's off. Up next, we've got a double whammy revenge game. Jared Goff is going into LA to take on his old team, and Matt Stafford will be welcoming his old team, the Lions. Dude, Matt Stafford is going to take out 10 years of frustration on Detroit. If you think for 1 second that this is going to be a revenge game for Jared Goff, call the police and have yourself checked into the ER, because you need to be looked at. This might seem a bit drastic, but my honest prediction is the Rams are winning this game 38-3. I could see it being late in the 4th quarter, up by 30 points, and the Rams still throwing it deep, just to spite the Lions. And if we don't want to talk about the revenge game and we want to talk about something else, there's nothing to talk about. Look at the 2 teams and compare them. Rams are G Fuel, the Lions are Rockstar Energy. Actually, the Fruit Punch Rockstars are fucking elite. The Rams are like G Fuel, the Lions are like the original Green Monster, just dog shit. Moving on, we got another punching bag game. Houston is going into Arizona. What do I even say about this game? I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. I have absolutely nothing to say about this. I gotta give it some time. Why don't I just stare at the camera for like 5 seconds or something? Cardinals will win 55-0. I don't know. Alright, coming up next, we got kind of another revenge game. Tom Brady versus the Bears. The Bears are going into Tampa Bay. The reason I say it's a revenge game is because Tom got beat by the Bears and Nick Foles last year, and I know that's probably not going to happen again, but I'm expecting Chicago to play him well. Tampa Bay's pass D is horrible. Justin Fields could have a good game if he's playing. I think he got hurt, actually. I don't know. Either way, Chicago's defense is going to be good, and they're going to play Tom Brady very good. This will be a close, competitive game, a lot closer than it should be, a lot closer than anybody will think it should be. But the Buccaneers will escape the Bears 23-20. Obviously, I think that they are the much better team, but Chicago's not going to make this easy. They never fucking do. They're just like the Vikings. They're a pain in the ass. All right, and on to Sunday night, we've got Indianapolis going into San Francisco. Ugh, I don't like that game either. That just sounds boring. I don't know if Kittle's back yet. I hope he is. I haven't heard anything. And they're very similar teams, honestly. Good defense, mediocre offense, mediocre offense. I should say incomplete offense and incomplete offense. They have great weapons. They just don't have full weapons. You know, what the hell? 49ers 17-14. This game just looks like one that'll end by a field goal. I don't know. I think if you put the two teams side by side, San Francisco is a little bit better than Indy. Indy is not as bad as their record shows, at least I don't think. But I've expressed my concerns before, and I always will. On offense. And last but not least, we've got the Monday night showdown, the Saints versus the Seahawks. Just like I said last week, no Russ, no win. Okay, if they were playing like Washington right now, or the Giants, or the Eagles, you know, a team that has a dog shit defense like those guys, I could pick them to win. But playing against competent and coherent teams, especially like the Saints, I can't give Seattle the win. I just can't do it. I was talking about it last week and I really meant it. Russ not being on that team is, I mean, it really is two just completely different teams. You got about a B+ with Russ, and then without Russ, you drop down to about a D+. Now, they were able to make it interesting against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, which was nice to see. It was entertaining to watch. But I think Sean Payton and the Saints should be able to piece together enough to beat the Seattle Seahawks 27-21. Alright guys, and that is going to be all for my Week 7 NFL predictions. If you guys like this video, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn the bell on. I do my best to post every single day. If there's any picks you agree with or disagree with and you'd like to talk about it, make sure to comment it below. I like to read everything that I can. Anyway, if you guys want to follow any of my social medias or send something to my P.O. box, all that information will be in the description of this video as well. With all that stuff being said, guys, you know the drill. I'm going to hop off and edit this so you guys can watch it on time. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their Wednesday, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Go Timberwolves! Now we can do the outro.